holiday circuit cards. My name is Sandy, and today we are going to do a fun little STEM project, creating a circuit, and then we're going to end up with this cute little card that actually will light up when we're done. You should have already picked up your Take and Make bag with all of your items in it to do the project. So let's get started. In your Take and Make bag, you are going to find some copper tape, 2 lights for our project, and you're only going to need 1, but we are including 2 just in the event that there's a problem with 1. You're going to find a battery, a template with a reindeer, a piece of cardstock, and on the back of your Take and Make bag, you're going to have a piece of blue tape stuck to it. And we'll show you what that's for in just a minute. So the first thing that you'll want to do, is to color your deer, you can do your reindeer. You can use markers, colored pencils, crayons, whatever you have at home. Feel free to color your deer up, and that's the first thing that you want to do. The other thing that you will need from home is some type of glue. It can be liquid Elmer's, it can be a glue stick like this, and then you might need a pair of scissors or something that has a sort of a pokey end on it, because we'll need to poke a hole in the reindeer's nose to get our light to come through. But the first thing we want to do is color our reindeer. I went ahead and colored most of my reindeer already just to save us time for the video, but I will finish up by coloring the nose. And as we all know, it's not a reindeer unless it's got a red nose. Just kidding, it really is a reindeer without a red nose, but for this purpose, I want my deer's nose to be red. So, using whatever you're going to use, crayons, colored pencils, paints, markers, whatever you have that you want to color with, go ahead and color your deer. And so that's my deer for this purposes. The first one I made, you can see I made it in traditional deer colors. Feel free to do it however you want to do it. Once that's all done, we're going to flip that piece of cardstock over, and this is our circuit that we're going to be working with. And you'll see that it points out that it's copper tape. We're going to run the tape, and then we're going to tape on the battery and the light. So you'll take your copper tape and you're going to peel the paper backing away from the tape, and that's probably one of the harder parts of doing this, is getting your tape started. Let me try the other end to see if I have better luck. It really does come off. I don't always have as much problem with this. I'm going to just trim the end off here and see if I can get it started better. Sometimes that helps, sometimes not. Alright, so this copper tape is kind of fragile, so you want to be a little bit careful with it. But once you get it started, what you want to do is take your tape, and it's sticky, so you'll stick it right along the lines, and you can kind of smooth it out as you go, and you'll pull the paper back away from the tape as you're moving it down the template, and just kind of smooth it and keep pulling the white back so it's exposing the sticky part. And if it's not exactly 100% on your template, that's okay. We try to be as close as we can, but if it's off a little bit, that's okay. Now the tricky part of this is when you come to a corner and you need to make your tape turn. So you see how we're going this way and we need to make a turn and make our tape go that way. And this is kind of, it seems kind of silly, but it's how it works. You're going to take your tape and you're going to kind of fold it in the opposite direction of how you want your tape to run. So if you fold it back like this, it's going to kind of put a triangle shape or an angle shape in our tape, and that's going to make it easier for us to come around the corner like that. So then you'll just, once you've made that corner, you'll just keep doing the same thing. We're just moving our tape down and pulling the white backing off. And if you do kind of go crazy, get off track too bad, you can lift your tape up and put it back down. Now, if you accidentally tear your tape, that's okay. The trick is to make sure that you overlap it on the other piece of tape, like where it got torn off. Make sure they're covering each other. Make sure there's no gap in the tape, because if there's a gap, our circuit isn't going to work. And now we need to make another corner. So again, we're gonna turn our tape the opposite way that we're going to go, and we're making, so we'll see how it goes this way. And so then we'll turn our paper, and we've got our tape folded back, and then that lets us make that corner. And get a little wonky there, but that's okay. Just if it gets a little too crazy, just lift it up and straighten it out. Just be gentle when you do it. And we need to make another corner here. So we're gonna fold it the opposite way that we wanna go. And then we're gonna turn. Oh shoot. All right, see there, I accidentally tore my tape again. But if it's still gonna work. So I'll just take my tape, make sure that I'm overlapping, and then you can try to tear it. As you see, it's pretty easily torn, or you can take a pair of scissors and cut it there. And then we're gonna go over here and do the same thing on this side, just following the template. We'll just start here. And just go, and we'll smooth it out. And we're gonna need to make another turn here. So we'll turn it that way, make our little angle, come back this way, sticking to my finger. I don't want to pull too hard. All right, so then we're gonna make another angle, come back here, and it's a little shorter than I would like. So I'm just gonna take and overlap that little excess piece I accidentally tore off earlier. We'll overlap it, and there we have copper tape along the template. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of the lights, and as you look at the lights, you're going to see that one of the prongs or legs is longer than the other. And what you want to do is you want to bend these kind of like this, but remember which one of the legs is the longer one. And so this is where our tape comes in, our blue tape that's on the back of our Take and Make bags. We're going to take a piece of that and we're going to put it over our leg. And then we're going to take another one, put it over this leg. And then on your template, it's going to tell you which side is the long one and which side is the short one. And the long leg is the positive side of your light, and the short leg is the negative side of your light. And so then you're going to take your battery and this is there we go. Pop that out of the container. And there's a place in the template for the battery. And we're gonna put the positive side up where it says positive here. That's the side you want up. And you just take some more tape. And we're gonna tape this down, but we don't wanna cover the entire battery. You want to leave a spot showing in the middle of the battery so that when we fold our card, that this piece of copper tape is going to hit the battery, and that's going to make our circuit. And we'll just take it on like this just to hold it in place. But again, don't cover the whole battery, leave some of the silver showing. And so, you should, when we fold it in half, like this, line your edges of your paper up and fold it in half. And then when we press where it says press on the front, you can see our light shining through for our reindeer. So the next thing we want to do is we want to poke a little hole in the reindeer's nose so that we can get the light outside of the car. So I just kind of want to get a general idea of where to make my hole. And you can use scissors. You may want to get an adult or an older sibling to help you make the hole in your reindeer's nose. But once we do that, you can take a pen or scissors, a pencil, just something to make a hole. And then when you push it down, and just make sure once we press it, now you can see the reindeer's nose. And then, once you've done that, you're sure it's going to work. Now, if for some reason it doesn't work, you could try switching out the legs of your light. You could also use the other light that we provided, or just double check to make sure you've got your battery facing the same way. And once you're happy with everything, you can take your glue, glue your card together, like so. Just like this. And I'm just pressing down on that to make sure that it's still working. And then take your colored piece of construction paper, fold that in half. And again, just line up your corners. Fold it down. And then glue Just line up the corners. Just line up the corners. Press it down so the glue will stick. And there you have made your very own light up circuit holiday card. Thank you for joining us for Virtual STEM Club holiday circuit cards. I hope you had a lot of fun, and I hope you really enjoy your card that you made that will actually light up. We'd love to see any video or pictures of you doing this project, and you can share them with us at the email address that's coming across your screen now. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye!